Hi everyone, so today I'm going to do a little tutorial with you and I want to show you how to make upcycled or how to upcycle your Christmas cards into some nice little journal cards. So I've got quite a lot of Christmas cards. I've got a big pile actually. This is just a few of them which I saved from last year. And I just saved them because I really liked the images on them and I thought that I could use them in some way, you know, somehow. So for this project you can use any size card. And I actually made one already, which I'll just show you. So I just did a little ruffle ribbon on the front, and then on the inside I just used some scrapbook paper, cut that to size and glued that down. I put a piece of scrap paper here, and this is another good way to use up all your scraps. Just glued a piece of lace, and then we've got a little tag there. That can also be a little tuck spot as well. Then we've got another tag there with just a piece of lace and a little label. And I actually got these were free printables from Ephemera's Vintage Garden. I'll just show you. I've had them for a long time on my computer, so I don't know, I'm sure you still can get them if you go onto her website, but just show you. This one is Christmas Children, and the other one is some lovely little tags, which is Merry Little Ones, and I thought they would be perfect. So, and then yeah, I just used a paper clip here and put a little charm on the end. I've left the back plain. So yeah, so they're perfect for a little bit of journaling, and you can just pop them inside your journals over Christmas. Use them in your December dailies. You can glue in photos as well. So that's that one. So I thought I'm going to do another one with you. I'm going to do something different with this one. So I thought I would use this card. So with this one, I've already pre-cut the papers just to make it a bit easier. So this one, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to glue my two pieces of Christmas paper down. So I'll do that now. Oops. That will just be a bit of glue on here. Got a new bottle of glue here. Hope it's going to come out okay. Doesn't seem to be coming out that well. Obviously you don't have to use Christmas cards to do this. You can, if you know, I know a lot of people collect just greeting cards. I know I do. If I see any that I really like in the shops, then I buy them. So you can do it with normal greeting cards, birthday cards, that sort of thing. So that's that piece down. You can also use strips of the long strips of paper. Just show you like this sort of thing. You know, I always seem to be ending up with these long pieces of paper, and they could be folded. You can fold them in two. It's better if they're double-sided, but you can do the same thing and glue in some nice scrapbook paper. So they could always be folded and also made into little journal booklets. Whoops, keep dropping the glue today. So I hope everyone's getting ready for Christmas. I have done quite a lot of my Christmas shopping this year, although I've been buying gift cards for a lot of people because it's just easier. But it does seem to have come around very quickly again this year. So we'll just glue that one down. It's a good idea if you can to just leave a small gap. I mean, I could have actually used a little bit bigger piece of paper there. But on the other one I found that that does look better, but it did sort of make a bit of a funny wrinkle there, and that's why I put the pocket on. So it is better to, you've got a way to fold it, it's easier to fold. So that one, I could have gone a bit closer there, but I wanted to use up this piece of paper because it was just the right size. So then on this side, I thought I would do, I thought I'd make a little pocket. So I've already cut out one of the images from the Ephemeris Vintage Garden. And I just cut this down. This is another scrap of paper. And I'm just going to make that into like a little pocket. So we'll just put some glue on that. And then I've also got, these are from Tsunami Rose. This is from the Christmas list kit. And I've got lots of nice little sentiments here. So I think I'm going to glue one of them down there. I thought maybe this one would be a good one. We'll just cut that out. I normally probably would have inked that up a little bit, but I didn't bring my ink down with me. So I think that would look quite nice. I'm just going to put that on there like that. And obviously you can put something behind there if you want. You could put some cheesecloth or another piece of paper. Actually, yeah, I could have put, maybe a little piece of paper behind there. Don't know, that, I think I'll just leave it like that for now. So then your little card will fit in there. And then just put a lace tab on the top. So just have just a small piece. Just cut that down. I love using this. This is I think almost the same as Fabri-Tac, but I like it because it's in smaller bottles, and it seems to be easier to get out of the bottle for some reason. So just put that on the top there. And put another piece on the side. So there we go, so we tuck that in there. And then on this side, I thought I would put like a little booklet in, if I can find that. I've already cut some pieces up. Don't know how this is going to go through my sewing machine. I don't know if it's going to work. I might have to sew it because I've put too many papers together, I think. I might have to sew it across the middle and then just glue it in like that. But if you don't use too many pieces of paper, just about 5 or 6 pieces, I've sort of cut mine down in long pieces so that they've doubled up. But you can just cut them into one piece like that, do about 5 or 6 of them, and then you could just stitch them on the sewing machine, or they can just be glued in. I'm going to machine stitch mine in. So with this one, I've just used a couple of sheets. This is from just little pieces that were left over from a nice Christmas book that I have. These are some pieces from A Christmas Carol. I'll just show you that. The book is not in very good condition, but the actual papers inside, it has some lovely illustrations. And I've used some pages from the beginning of the book because you've got a lot of plainer paper. Some really pretty little illustrations. The paper is aged already. It's nice and thick, so it'd be good to use for a lot of other things. Some really pretty illustrations. So I don't know, I might have actually cut out, I was going to look at the copyright date, but yeah, I think I've probably cut that out. So I don't know how old it is. So yeah, that's a piece from that book. Just a couple of pieces of grid paper, piece of tea dye paper, another piece from the book. This is another piece from the Christmas book. I will list down underneath what that book is. It has some really gorgeous images in it. So yeah, okay, so I'm afraid I can't do my machine stitching on camera because I can't get my machine in. So I'll just go off and stitch that, and I'll be back to see you in a minute. Yeah, so what I've ended up doing is I've stitched it across the middle because it was just too thick. So what I would have done normally, if it hadn't have been so thick, is I would have just stitched across actually onto the card as well. So what I'm going to do with this one is I'm just going to glue this one in. So that should be okay. So I'll just do that. I think I'll use some of my Fabri-Tac for this one. So this might take a bit of gluing in. Just thinking, yeah, I could probably glue, I think that might be better to actually glue all that piece down. I will just glue that in there. And obviously when you cut your papers, don't cut it too close to the edge, leave a little bit of a gap here. I think I cut this down to, this was 3.5 here, I think. So that should hopefully close up okay. So there we go. So you've got your nice little booklet for journaling in. I might glue that one down as a little pocket, and then you can tuck something in there. You can always put some paper under there and make that into a writing area. And the pocket's big enough, so you could always put a couple of more tags in there. So I think what I would probably do is, some people maybe might glue them in. You could glue them in, that would be quite bulky. I think I would prefer to use it as just a you know, something that you can take out. So I think possibly I would just put that into a pocket or paper clip it into the book. So if you don't want it to come out quite as bulky, then the other thing to do is to just make it a little bit with just a couple of tags. Ah, and I forgot, the other thing I've forgotten as well is I was gonna just do a little ribbon ruffle on the front. So and you don't have to use ribbon, you can use lace if you want to add ruffles, or if you've got any strips of paper you can fold them up. So and what I will do with this is I will just ruffle this under the machine and then glue that down. So I'll just do that and I'll be back. Okay, so I've stitched my little ribbon ruffle, and I think I'm going to just glue that onto the end there. So we'll just do that. There we go. So that's all finished. And I'll just show you the other one again. The ruffle I just did on that side. Okay, so I hope you've got some ideas for upcycling your Christmas cards, and I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. And if you've got any questions, just put them down below in the description box, and I'll get back to you soon. So have a lovely day, and I'll speak to you again soon.